Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Cool Wall. The rules for the Cool Wall are very simple. It does not matter how reliable a car is, how well built it is, what kind of features it has, nothing. All that matters is what I think. Well, let's get straight into it with the first car for today, the Lamborghini Veneno. I think Shmi said it best himself when he said that this car is a unicorn, okay? I mean, this and maybe the Apollo are the two cars that I think are just insane to look at. Like, you still wouldn't believe that's real even after you see it in real life. And I mean, you think that's rare? There are 4 coupes and 9 roadsters. And currently there's one for sale for 8 million euros. Honestly, the Veneno is literally the Batmobile, okay? I mean, when you look at hypercars, or at least when I do, I see 2 distinct types. I see those that are really curvy for more aerodynamics to go fast, and then those that are just insane like this. I know it's really difficult to make cars like these because of the fabrication and process and everything, but hopefully my company will be able to use 3D printing to make insane looking cars like this for a fraction of the price. But as to how this relates to the wall, this car was named after a bull, like most Lamborghinis, and this bull killed a Torio in 1914. So why not make 14 and not 13? I mean, I'll take the extra one. I like it in a blue carbon fiber, please. But now, as for the people that drive this car, all I have to say is that you are enough, okay? Don't worry about what others say. You are enough. And if you're searching for something, I guarantee you, you're looking in the wrong damn place. And honestly, the people that love this car the most are the fans. And most of them will die without ever seeing this thing in real life, without ever getting to feel what it's like to sit inside and accelerate this thing. Like, that's just sad. Like, why would you make a car that the people who love it the most will never be able to enjoy it? Yeah. Back to the drawing board of that one. I mean, life doesn't have to make sense. Next up, we have the Jaguar XJ220. Now, this car is badass, okay? I mean, they made 281 of them, I think, and I really think this car still has something to prove, because it was called the XJ220 because it was supposed to go 220 miles an hour. It didn't. So I really think Jag should bring this thing back, redesign it for the modern look. Hell, I'll redesign it for you guys. Stay tuned. But I would like to see an XJ270. Now, if you think the F12 is a difficult car to drive, I would like to see you drive this, because this will really put you through your paces. Supercars and hypercars in general haven't really been getting faster in terms of top speed, like 217 in the 90s, 217 2020, more or less the same, but they have been refined. And what I mean by that is that before, girls knew that when they saw a car like this or a guy in a Ferrari or Lamborghini, they knew that man's insane and he's trying to die by not dying, but he wants to die, but he can't die because he doesn't want to die, but he's trying to die, but he doesn't want to die. But nowadays, any moron can get into a car, put it in automatic, and just go. But let me put it in a way the modern petrolhead understands. This car can go 217 miles an hour, right? To get there, you gotta shift through a 5-speed manual. Can you imagine how loud that would be if you got that wrong? Gives me shivers. I mean, if you pull up in one of these things, you're gonna have one of 3 reactions. Either they're gonna know exactly what it is and they're gonna faint because, holy shit, it's an XJ220. 2, they're gonna have no idea what it is, but they're gonna think it looks cool and modern. Or 3, they're going to think that fish is a long way from the ocean. I mean, honestly, the design of this is either a hit or a miss with people. But I really think there's something here. And I really think Jag needs to try again. Like, seriously try again. Come on, I'll help you guys. As for how this relates to the wall, you'd expect it to go somewhere over here with the other supercars, but it leans a bit more this way because it's really unknown. Not many people know about it, so it's not really being bought to show off, you know? So what's it for? Given this thing goes 217 miles an hour with a 5-speed manual, this car is a drug. But it's not coke, this is benzo. Don't do drugs, kids. But I think this car will forever be a reminder to some people of a time when old and new were starting to merge together, and it was the last time that things really made any goddamn sense. That is why this is also a cool car. The last car of the episode is the Volkswagen Scirocco II. Now, the Scirocco is from a time where cars were smaller, nimbler, more fun, I'd say. This was from the era of the hot hatch, and I think hot hatches are some of the greatest cars for young people because they're nippy and fast and fun, but they're also practical and economical. But cars nowadays have just been getting bigger and bigger and bigger because of regulations and safety and whatever. But I think pairing a light car with a small engine is a really good idea because yes, objectively it is slower, but from the inside you feel like you're going in the Millennium Falcon. Now as for the design of this car, I really like it because the wedge shape can really help me see the inspiration it has from other cars in that era that are also wedge shaped, like the Ferrari Testarossa. I mean, yes, this does not look like a Ferrari Testarossa, but if you squint and you have one too many pints, it can look like a Ferrari Testarossa. I also love the rear lights on this thing because they're very simple. It goes turn signal, brake light, reverse light. Simple, that's all you need, guys. I don't know why it's so difficult to make a light. It's all you need, 3 things. Turn, brake, reverse, that's it. And I think hatchbacks are such a good design to begin with because they just flow on the inside like an open floor plan room. Now, as for how it relates to the wall, we gotta think about what is this car for? Because I think this car is an escape, okay? It's an escape from the reality of the shit. Like honestly, the reality of the shit, it's just an escape. And that's why I think it's amazing, because it's meant for the masses, but it's fun. It's not just a boring piece of metal. It looks like it's got some passion to it. And it feels like it brings just a little bit of glimmer into the world, you know? Because that's what cars are at the end of the day. To show us the good times. That is the end of today's video, guys. I have one of my very first vlogs up at the MPH Motorsports shop, so please check that out as well. If you made it this far, thank you. Please like, share, and if you want to join, please subscribe. That's it, guys. Peace. Get into the video. Let's start with the first car for today, and that is the Lamborghini. And you think those are rare? There are only 4 roadster there to show us that yeah, there are the good times. Now, if you have one of these, now if you do drive one of these, all I have to say is that you are enough, okay? Stop it. Get some help. Because if you're looking for something, I promise you, you're looking in the wrong place. 217 miles an hour, right? It has a 5-speed manual. Just imagine how loud that sound would be if you went into 3rd instead of 2nd. For the driver, it's like the Millennium Falcon. And honestly, this seems like a nice place to go when everything else in the world kind of seems like shit. to just